I want to go live because I don't know. I don't usually go live. But I just have a question about, well, not really a question because I'm starting to see when I'm doing my research mostly on YouTube. I don't believe that there's a lot of people who are truly targeted. I'm starting to think there's just a lot of people coming on here to kind of dilute the truth. And going on and try to ignore it and hope it's not there. This shit is not this is this isn't normal, nor am I gonna act like it is. I'm gonna stand up for what's right. I'm going to my purpose is to tell the truth of what's going on with my reality that I did not consent to or ask for. Nobody has come up to me and asked me to have a bunch of strangers following them around 24/7 everywhere they go. You know, I don't remember ever having anyone tell me that that's what my life would be once I turn 18, you know? I never was a part of any type of, what is it, terrorist, you know, anything that would be a terrorist act. I've never been any, like, you know, just coming out here making videos, making threats, crazy things like that. Nor have I ever even made a video, anything like this, before I found out I was targeted. I'm not an activist, you know, and I don't have any, you know, I don't have a bunch of money. I don't have any top secret information that would be valuable to people coming around just stalking me. Now, I don't know about anyone else who is truly experienced this or has, if they know what they, you know, what they're being targeted for, or what, and if targeting is even the right term for what's taking place. None of this is anything that I was made aware of. All of it is a bunch of people who are trying to make me aware of them. That is absolutely pointless. I don't do that. I want to know what's the reason why there's a bunch of people who want to make me aware of them following me and stalking me. And I'm very spiritual, and I know this is a demonic thing. This is. These people are demonic because I can't see myself doing this or going out of my way to bother anybody. So it's kind of strange to come on YouTube and do research about the truth on what your reality is and then come to realize that it's all just a bunch of bullshit, to be quite honest, that you're coming across and watching. All these videos on YouTube are lies. It's not the truth. Most of them. Like older videos, like you have to really like dig through all these videos. Like there's this one guy who literally will post 10 videos back to back. Some omunit opulic person, that's his username. You put in targeted individuals or gang stalking, and you'll scroll through. There'll be like a bunch of his videos just totally drowning out and just diluting the truth. So when you're trying to search for information on your reality and how you can become knowledgeable and aware of what's going on in your life, you got a bunch of idiots who actually have the time to make a 10, 20-minute video of a bunch of bullshit and only get 2 views. Now, it's normal for me to get 2 views because I'm targeted, but it's not normal for someone who's a perpetrator or someone who's targeting someone else to just come on YouTube, make a bunch of videos, just absolutely, I don't know why they have the time to do that, and completely lie about something that they're not going through. Like, do you want to be targeted? Like, why are you on the internet just making a bunch of lies, a bunch of videos? That's not even it. It's the main thing, the main point I'm making is the fact that you really can't come across people who are truly going through what you're going through. I mean, you can, but it's a little bit more difficult. Trying to get in contact with people who are experiencing the same thing as you. I have tried to do the thing where you just act like, oh, it's normal, trying to be friendly to other people and people who may be perps. And all I've come to realize is that people just want to get close to you, to play games with you, and you really don't really know, you can't really trust what's going on because you don't know what's going on when it comes to what they are and the reason for what they're doing. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's a little difficult, trying to go through this alone, but I'm starting to realize that going through this alone is the best way because you can't trust anybody. People, like my family, every last one of them are perps. Calling, I have done the thing where I've called some of my family members about literal serious life advice, and they will just spew out a bunch of bullshit about absolutely nothing, and indirect conversation and little words about stupid shit, about petty things that they want me to see or watch throughout the day. And it's like, wow, it's really sad to have to realize that that is the reality. You see people just pulling up around me. Out of all the places to park, there's shade everywhere. He wants to come right behind me. You know? These people want to make you feel like you're excluded from society, but they want to always be so close to you. I don't understand that. Why do you want to be close to me if I'm excluded from society? That's the biggest question.
Put my eyes to how strange society is. I mean, this world is. I don't relate to anything or anyone literally on this planet. Maybe I haven't traveled enough, and I hate to use that word. Maybe I haven't seen the world enough. Maybe I haven't seen a lot of different places, uh, and I really think like in the Bible, I don't know what scripture because I've learned everything on earth has been tampered with by man, including the words of God. So I read the word of God with discernment, but I know that there is a God. And what I've seen in the Bible, I don't know what specific scripture that is, but it said something about where if you're not accepted to that, you see that bird just flew in, demonic energy, demonic spirits, demons. You see, this is I cannot make this up. I cannot make somebody just pulling up behind me when there's a bunch of parking spots. I cannot just make a bird, just this dark bird, just flying in right next to my car, just out of the blue. I can't make these things up. And none of this affects me. Why? Because I always am centered by realizing, oh, there is a God. There is a reason why people go on the TV, on the internet, flashing all these demonic symbols over and over. If people can do this nonstop, constantly, then I know that there is a God because they're constantly like worshiping their God. Look at this bird. That bird looks like it has like been through a lot. It's all plucked up and feathers on it. I'm gonna try to give him some food. See what happens. Oh gosh, he's a bird. See if I get. Look what happened. Oh, look at. Oh, you welcome. I go get it. You took it from me. Anyway, I don't know. I still appreciate nature, like, cause when I see stuff like this, I still look around and I see things like this. And that's what keeps me balanced, knowing that, okay, this is God's creation. No, creating all this other stuff. All of this is God's creation. It's like renting a place. You don't own this earth. When you die, you go somewhere. And that's back to wherever you're meant to be. So I always see this, it's targeting me. Why are people trying to look at it? It's still like a little bird and wishing, stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, that is a reality. And do people really believe that this is it? Like, all of this is just magic, just out of the blue? Yes, it's magical, but it's magical because God created it. But I'm getting way off topic. The point is, I was talking about earlier before those little birds just flew up all up in my video, and I had to reinforce that with godly, positive energy. In the Bible, it says when you're not accepted in your hometown, you move to the other. And so that may not just be for your hometown. You know, sometimes I think about this. Maybe as a targeted individual, you're not just meant to stay in one place, especially when you're trying to expose the situation of what's going on. Especially when you know it's not right, it's negative. Hi. He came back for some more. So I realized that, like, maybe not maybe, but I know, like, I'm not just supposed to just sit there and just see this shit going on. This is for people who are in this. You know, people don't need to do this to try to keep me silent. Keep me silent for what? I'm not a part of your society. I'm not a part of your community. I don't know what you guys know, nor do I want to. All I know is that there is a God and there is a battle between flesh and blood, and it's not me. The battle is not with me. I am one person. I'm not God, and I'm not more power than the Creator. So for me, realizing that, it's just I want to be able to move from one place into another place, and I know God is going to make sure that I can do that, and will give me discernment to know whether or not, because this video, whatever I'm saying and I post and whatever I'm saying at the current moment, and when I put it on YouTube, people are going to be watching the video and trying to plot and plan things, future tense, present moment, and all of that based off of what I'm saying. But I'm definitely aware of that. And I'm aware of the one and two people that keep coming on my video that may or may not be perps, because I did, make the video to see if people who are targeted are willing to comment, tell their experience, get in contact. You know, I'm not just posting these videos because I want the perps to hear about it. I'm trying to come in contact with people who are experiencing these things, because being in, you can't sin this way nor keep fellowship with sinners, and you can't do that with people who will not see who are and because people. I try to have relationships with people who are prayers. I not that they truly were. I was doubtful whether they truly were, and it's not something that is the easiest thing at all. Quite frankly, it taught me a lot about love in all forms and God. What His love for is, the hatred for the Creator. It's like hating your own mother. But that is the weird thing, because the Bible says that family. That's just small one. So I want to pay all of what's going on, because it's not something that society is out about something they've agreed to. I have not been made aware of the reason, of the gang stalking, the noise harassment, the workplace harassment, especially the workplace harassment, because that's where I am the most, disappointed in, because I know my work ethic, and I know what I am capable of doing as far as building a career for myself and what I love to do. But when you're in an environment where you know you can thrive and people are out to get you and conspiring against you on your job, it's absolutely ridiculous. And then when you are in a situation where maybe your income is it's just sabotaged, then you hear things like, "Oh, you're not doing things with your life." It's a mind game. It's into my trick. I listen to it, but I don't hear it. I hear it, but I don't believe it. I don't listen to that shit because it's all a psychology trick. It's all a psychology game to play with your mind, your mental, to make you feel like, oh, this and that. No, I am, and it's very sad to realize that maybe people who you would like to have a genuine relationship with, like your family or making friends or having true, genuine, connections, you can't trust anybody because you realize the truth of this is a lot darker than what you see on YouTube. I've seen and witnessed and seen this and observed this shit, excuse me, for yeah, fuck that. I've observed this for a long time, and it's pretty sick. It's a very sad thing, and to realize that on a beautiful place like Earth, which was created by God, it's being destroyed, and it's such a disgusting place with chaos and really, quite frankly, it's nothing you can really do about it. And I know that's discouraging to say, but I'm not saying it to be discouraging. I'm actually saying it to encourage myself and people who are truly going through this, because it's not a battle between flesh and blood. I'm getting tongue twisted right now. My mouth is dry. Okay, because if a bunch of people have to follow you, then what's really the threat for one person? Wouldn't just one person need to address them about whatever issue it is? Like, hey, look, this is what's going on, and you're gonna have to stop it. Like, if it's that serious, if it's really that serious, but no one has took the time to communicate with me with anything. So I'm assuming that it's not anything that I've done wrong. It's not anything that may have, there's people say you're under investigation. That is a bullshit ass lie. Don't believe or watch videos if you're truly talking to an individual about people talking about you're under investigation, because the electromagnetic stuff like that, whatever they say, that's a whole nother thing, that another video that I can get into. But zapping your private parts, mind control, what else? Voice to skull. All of that has nothing to do with investigating someone for a crime or a terrorist act and anything like sort. None of that. So I definitely know that it's not about investigating anyone about anything they've done wrong, unless you know you are a terrorist, unless you know you were a part of the society that you are a part of, and you are probably speaking out or doing something that's against the society, and they're targeting you. So that's obvious. But if you're just a normal, regular person, no, that's not true. It's not true. It is a battle between flesh and blood. This has been going on for a very long time. They have been developing this shit for a very long time. This is nothing new. It's just made new to the people who are aware, and it's definitely old to the people who families have been a part of these societies for generations and generations. It's like the people who are not supposed to know don't know, and the people who do do. And it's all because it comes down to one thing. It's a spiritual warfare between God and the other party that wants to be like God, you know? And honestly, I feel a big weight off my shoulder to get giving my burdens unto to Jesus. Giving my burden. I don't even like to use that word, but giving my burden unto God, because this is a burden that they want you to take on, when it really has nothing to do with you. Because if it did, it would be no problem for someone to really be honest with you and talk to you and tell you what the hell is going on. If your family who's known you, who grew up with you, can turn their back on you and target you, and then when you want to express to them what's going on, they don't want to tell you anything, then you know that there is something bigger going on than more than just an investigation. Because my whole family's targeting me, and they don't want to tell me anything about no targeting and why they're doing what they're doing. Matter of fact, I definitely want to go ahead and ask my mom and dad. I have not yet to ask them. I did ask them once, and there was a time where I was living with them and they weren't perps, and I told them, when I move, you're gonna become a perpetrator, and I know it. And she said, my biological mom was like, oh yeah, well, where are they at? Because I want to join them, and she surely did. So there's no way you can tell me that this is an investigation. If my whole family can turn against me, and people that I don't know can follow me around and try to make me feel people more and more for who they truly are, just fucking weirdos, how the fuck are you going to stalk and follow me and think that I'm supposed to be intimidated? No. You're going to make me feel like you're a fucking weirdo. That's how you're going to make me feel. So that's just the thing about it. And going more into the Pizzagate, the pedophile aspect of this shit, it gets even more nasty and worse. And I really don't want to even talk about it and dwell on it, because that's giving energy to the negative. Look at the bunny. Look at the bunny. Oh, sorry, I was sorry. Know that will happen once I realize more about why I shouldn't depend on things that would make me calm down, when really there's nothing to be freaking out about. It's people around you who want you to freak out about absolutely nothing that has nothing to do with you. Shit that has nothing to do with you, people that you don't know, so anyway, this video is getting kind of long. I just wanted to make a video. I've been targeted since I was 18. I feel like longer than that, but I've been aware of my targeting. Excuse me, my voice is cracking. Since 18, and I'm going to be 24 in September. So you can imagine everything that I've been through. I have tried to have relationships with people who aren't targeted, and realize that they were perfect. You can't trust anybody, and my heart is too big for people to pull strings on them. I just hope to come across some friends that are truly experiencing what I'm experiencing. I know there's like a few, and in the Bible, it says that only 1,044,000 will make it to the kingdom of heaven. So I know for sure that all these people that are saying they're targeted are not. The people who are truly targeted don't come out and make videos about it, because they're more interested in finding out what's going on within their self and researching and knowing the spiritual aspect of it. And most of them don't have a reason why they're targeted. It's just because I don't want to feel like you're chosen. That's not even a thing. Chosen for what? What are you talking about chosen? There's a God in heaven, and there's people around in this earth that are working for the devil, who want to do evil things, and there's really no reason for it, but I feel like there isn't, but there is a reason for them. And for me, I feel like, well, if that's how it is, and it's got nothing to do with me, and like God said, this is a battle between flesh and blood, then I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to put myself in the way of sinners, and I'm definitely not going to sit here and try to fight against people. Look how many cars are here. Every one of these cars, including this one especially, including this guy especially, is a perp. Every last want to. Every last one of these people, you know. I don't know. Look, I don't know why they do that. They just do crazy shit like that. Excuse me, but I'm sorry that I'm cussing. I'm trying to do better with cussing because those are things that have been brainwashing people to think that's okay. But it's why you have to realize that you are a sinner, and at the end of the day, you're born into flesh, but there is a God, and if you know that and you have faith in that, and you know that God should have discernment, you have discernment in everything. Family turn on me, God would love me. I had people I love turn on me, and friendships not work out, work experiences being sabotaged, financial experiences being sabotaged, and I still have faith in God because there's nothing more that I can do, especially when I've tried to. I guess I wouldn't say I've tried to fit into the world, but I've tried my best to, you know, see where I can have a different perspective and still see people for who they are and not just for what they're doing. But look, see stuff like this, you just can't make up. And look, I mean, you can kind of see what they look like. But I'm just saying, like, these are people that are living on the street. These are people that don't look like they have a look at the car. You know, it's not like I don't believe that. You know, the thing where they say, oh, these people are getting paid for this. I'm not saying or talking down on anybody. When I say that, that's what the thing is. These perps are so evil. They want to listen to everything you say and try to make it seem like, oh, we've got to get you. You know, you're trying to be. They just want you. They just want a negative. They just are negative. You know, when I say that, I say that like this. Look, these people do this stuff religiously, but they say they get paid for this on, you know, when you watch the YouTube videos and do your research. But I don't believe they get paid for this shit. I don't. And you know, I've been with somebody who's, I believe, is a perp, for sure. And I know they weren't getting paid for this. And I just always wonder why is the reason for him or her or they, my family, to target me and still smile in my face, still act like they're the same person, or they don't have any ill intentions, but then have the nerve to not even tell me what the fuck is going on. Tell me what the fuck is going on, because nobody has told me that I have signed up for weirdos like this to pull up next to my car and dig in their nose, do all kinds of weird shit. So I want to know what the fuck is going on. Who are these people that have put me in this program to have these weird, strange people following me around? I mean, it's pretty fucking weird. Like, everything that I have seen, and so lately they've had Asian people follow me around. I don't know what the fuck an Asian person has to do with me. But it's like, I guess it's like, because I watch YouTube videos and stuff like that, and, you know, I'll be on the internet. There's things that they expect me to go on YouTube to watch, like predictive programming. And I think that I'm going to go, I don't care about sharing my plans, honestly, because they are definitely more than just, if they've got, basically I'm going to say it like this. When they say they tap your phone to follow you around and shit like that, no, that's not how it is. If there is a technology in you, like a chip or any kind of type of nanotechnology, it's definitely in them too. That's how they know where the fuck you are, what you're doing at all times, where you're doing all this other shit. That's how. So, all I'm saying is that shit that you're watching on the YouTube about how they're following you and how they're finding where you're at and all that other shit, that's all fucking bullshit. That's all bullshit. Okay? I don't care about telling about my plans because it's like plans, but how I feel about the situation because it's like this. Good, I'm glad you know. Because there's nothing negative about my what I'm doing. It's a lot. That's why I don't have to keep what I'm doing a secret. There's no secret to anything that's positive. There's only secrets to things that are negative. Honestly, going off grid is the best thing to do. Changing my diet, I'm definitely gonna do that. Everything that I've been thinking is normal is not. Now I'm not saying that doing that is going to make a difference on them following you. They're gonna follow you. They're gonna try their best to do all that shit. Even if you get rid of your phone, the best way to figure what's going out, not figure it out, but to do what's best for you with this shit right here. Look at that. Look at the type of shit that these people do. Like, what the fuck? I am a 23-year-old black woman. No kids, no boyfriend. And this is the type of shit these people do. Now, these people have been doing this shit since I was 18. These people just pull up on some weirdo shit and stick their foot out the window and do some creepy shit like this. Now, this is not, I'm not going to make this a private video. It's going to be definitely public. Because this is a pure example of the weird shit. Now, I have more weird shit that these perps do. Saved on my phone. I'll be making a collage of videos because I like posting a bunch of videos like that. If I'm going to post evidence, I'm going to post evidence. I'm going to have a collage of videos of people doing weird shit back to back in one video. You can see and get a whole idea of what I'm talking about and not the, what do you mean? I don't get it. No, here's another video. Do you see it? No. Okay, well, here's another video. Do you see this? Oh, okay. Now here's another one. Now here's another one. Now you see all of these videos all connect together. There's something strange going the fuck on. And somebody gonna tell me something. Somebody gonna tell me why the fuck are people sticking their foot out the window, pulling up next to me with dirty cars and shit, doing weird shit like this. Okay? Like, there's a whole parking spot over here. Way over there. But the person decides to come over here where I'm at. You know? You know what I mean? The type of shit that they do is absolutely beyond me. The type of shit, like, I cannot make up this shit. You know? Like, what's the fucking point? Somebody gonna tell me why people's doing this weird shit here. Somebody gonna tell me why people like things like hot dogs and pizzas, why they keep using their kids as like bait and prostitutes for a black woman who's a straight female who likes a certain type of man who's 23 who wants to have a good ass time, really gonna care about some weird shit like this. Like, I wanna go out and have fun. I don't care about a bunch of people who got dirty cars who are old and aged and sticking their feet out the damn window. What the fuck? Show me a good time. What the hell? And that's the thing. Like, I can show myself a good time. I'm a naturally happy, positive person, and I don't need to be around a bunch of people who are negative and all they're thinking about is plotting on how they can fuck with me or try to fuck my day up. Like, I don't need that shit. Like, I want to be around people who are like, yeah, how can you have a good day? And I want to be around people like, well, how can I make their day a great day? Like, how can we have fun and be happy and live life? But I'm trying to realize that this isn't like I said, this is a battle between flesh and blood. People don't want to live life. They want to live life in a certain way. living life isn't what I'm thinking, like innocent, rated like PG-13 shit. Oh my god. The Asian people just said they keep having these Asian people following me around and shit like that. It's pretty fucking weird. And I don't know why is it supposed to matter? I'm not sure. So I've been thinking that shit like rated PG-13, but honestly, people, if you're like me, like if I'm a target individual and I'll try to have fun with a person who's a perp, trust me, even though they would have fun if I wasn't around normally with their friends, they would try to do some evil shit while I'm with them, hanging out with them. And not just like that. Even when they're just, amongst each other, they're still plotting on how to do evil shit amongst each other. It's just pretty fucking weird. I just want to meet some people who are experiencing the same thing that I am and have a genuine, conversation about realness, where I can vent and tell my experience and not be feeling like I'm judged or feeling like I'm crazy or people are not going to understand where I'm coming from. So if you are a target individual and you really are going through this, please comment below with your email, and I hope that it's just people who are really targeted, and I hope that we can talk about what's going on, I'll know the difference between a perp and target individual. I'm not saying that I'm not open to talking to perps, because even Jesus spoke to sinners and stuff. Like, I'll talk to a perp, I'll have a conversation with a perp. I'm a nice person, but don't expect for me to trust you or believe anything that you're saying. As soon as I feel like you're a perp and you're just saying stuff because you want to direct conversation or get me to do something or some mind control weird stuff, I'll know, and it'll just be like, well, thanks for whatever you were talking about, but now I'm going to have to go ahead and refresh my energy and delete you from my system. Because, everything is technology now with what they're doing. So that's why I made that comment. But speaking of comments, please, not saying please, like, oh my gosh, please, like, oh my gosh, like, you have to be strong. You have to understand that God wants you to be strong. He wants you to understand that He is the one who has a bigger, picture for all of this. But I would like to fellowship with people who are going through the same thing as I am. So comment below your email or your, email. I wouldn't say comment your phone number, because unless you're comfortable with commenting your phone number, I think everybody would see it. But email me, leave your email, and I can email you and ask your number. Maybe we can talk about what's going on in your life with this, and I can ask some questions. I don't know if anyone's been going through it longer or what. So yeah, but I just randomly wanted to go on live, comment on some things. Anyway, sorry. Comment on some stuff, and that's it. So, like I said, I can't make this stuff up. These people really do crazy stuff, and that's that. So yeah, they got weird Asian people. So yeah, but I just can't get over the fact I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move my car. I'm not gonna sit here around some Asian people who just want to pull up next to me, stick their feet out the window, and out of all the people you could have did that. What is that supposed to do? Like, what is it supposed to do? They think it's supposed to do something. So anyway, I guess here's what it did do. At least you get to go on my YouTube channel. All right. Like I said, if you're targeted, you're experiencing the same thing as I am, please comment your email so we can get in touch. All right. Bye, y'all. We'll talk to you guys later, and hopefully we get in contact soon. I'm talking about the real target individuals. You can be a perp and comment and get in contact with me, but like I said, if I feel like you're a perp, I'm not gonna believe anything you're saying, and it's just gonna be like really pointless. And I know it won't be pointless for you because you'll have a purpose for it, but my purpose is bigger, so it's really gonna mean nothing for me. And I'm a positive person. I don't want to be like evil thinking towards everyone. Like, oh, if you're talking to me, the whole world's fucked up. It's fuck everybody. Fuck you. Fuck her. Fuck them. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna live my life like that. If you're a perp and you have a conversation with me, I'll have a conversation with you. And at the end of the day, you choose to do what you do, and I'm gonna choose to do what I'm gonna do, which is to be me. And who I am is a naturally happy, loving, caring, free-spirited, optimistic, extroverted person. Sometimes I can be introverted when I'm having my days, but mostly I like to be out and about. And I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna help people as much as I can, even if they don't want my help. I'm gonna try to help people. When people do me wrong, I'm gonna forgive them and move on. you know, that goes for my family. That goes for anyone in the world who does me wrong, because life is too short. God is too real for me to say I'm gonna go and battle a war that has nothing to do with me, that's been going on way before I even existed. And so I just hope that some positive people comment on my video and we get in contact, and you know I can make some new friends, new connections, new conversations. I'm gonna be 24 in September, and I'm starting to really grow up, and I really just want to pursue my purpose and do what's right, be real, talk about the truth, and not just act like this is supposed to be just swept under the rug. Like I said in my first video when I came out talking about what was going on. So no more sweeping things under the rug. I have observed enough. I see enough that I need to see, and I'm hoping to, see how you guys are, your perspectives on this whole thing is.